here today and I'm going to show you guys how I style my hair. As you guys know, I am natural and I did my big chop in January, so I've spent this time experimenting with my hair, getting to see like what works best with my hair. So I think I've got it pretty down packed at this point, and I wanted to do a video on how I style my hair because a lot of people have asked me, you know, what do I do? So I've already washed my hair. I use the Wind cleansing conditioner, and I try to leave as much water in my hair. And the hairstyle I'm going to do today is kind of like a half over, half on one side. Since my hair is so short, I have to find different hairstyles that I like. And my hair is finally grown out enough where I can do this hair. So first, my hair tends to dry really quickly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray a little bit of water in my hair. Okay. Homemade shea butter mixture. It's unrefined shea butter, jojoba oil, some other oil. That's how it looks. And I have some other. So this is what I do. I put my shea butter in. Make sure it's all in there, all in the back. I just pull the hair down, make sure it's all getting in there. Okay, so that is the first thing that I do. And right now my hair already looks like it's drying, but a lot of water is running out. So it's still got a lot of moisture in that I can work with. Alright, so this is about how much oil I use on all of my hair. Maybe a little more. I usually don't put this much in. But same thing with how I did the shea butter. I just rub it all in. For me, I don't have to be that thorough. You know, I have a lot of hair. And as long as I'm going like this, usually I get pretty good coverage. Okay, so that is the grape seed oil, and this is Pompeian. It's the same company that makes the olive oil, and I got that from Publix, and it was in the same section as the olive oil and the vegetable oil and all the other oils that they sell. So this is the gel that I use. This is Eco Styler olive oil gel. I like this gel, one, because it's cheap, and two, it doesn't flake. So this is the gel that I'm going to be putting in my hair. And, you know, just like I said, I'm not very organized, you know, the way I do my hair, but it works for me. I just take it, and then I start putting it in my hair, just like this. Now, with the gel, I do make sure that I get good coverage so that it doesn't frizz up later on. So first, I just make sure I get the back of my head good, and then I make sure I get the front of my head good. And that includes like this area behind my ear. Okay, now once I've gotten those areas done, then I just section it off a little bit, and I just kind of stick some in here, because these areas that are really dense tend to get missed as far as like putting the gel in my hair. So I just kind of finger comb the gel through my hair, and I can feel the parts that need more, or, you know, the parts that have enough. So like right now, this whole middle part is good. Then I'm going to start going through the back, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to finger comb it through the back. I'm just taking globs of it, just putting it in here, finger combing it. It looks like a mess right now. Okay, so I'm just going to go through, smooth it down, feel it, make sure I have good coverage. Any parts that feel like they need a little more gel, I'm going to put a little more gel on them. Okay, now I'm done with that. So I grab my towel here. I'm going to wipe my hands off because I have gel all over them. So now that I have all the product in my hair that I need, now I'm going to attempt to just lightly pick out my hair because it's all crazy. So I'm just going to go through, and I'm not going to go to the roots. I'm just going to pick out the very top parts because they tend to get, with my hair, they tend to get matted with the gel in it. So I'm just going to pick out the very, very top parts. So that it doesn't dry matted or clumped. And if you do this the right way, you won't pull out any of your hair. All of this hair that's in here is from when I combed it out the first time. Okay, and this is an olive oil comb. Like, it's supposed to have olive oil inside the comb, and it's supposed to be better for your hair. I mean, they say it's better. I got it from Sally's Beauty Supply, and I got this one also. And these are the two combs that I use. I have found that these two combs work pretty good on my hair. They do have, they have a little bit of a line, like down the middle, and I know that's supposed to be bad for your hair. But other than that, I do like the olive oil comb. So I'm going to take this comb and the hairstyle that, oh, sorry. I do need a little bit more gel because the hairstyle that I'm going to do, I try to like slick one side up. So I'm going to put olive oil, whoops, that's too much. I'm going to put olive oil gel right here in the front, because this is the part that I'm going to be slicking back. Okay, so I have that on there. And then I'm going to take my comb, and I'm going to, okay, I'm not going to take the comb yet. I'm sorry I'm so unorganized. It's early in the morning, and I'm usually not up this early. These are some bobby pins that I got from Forever 21. They're extra long. I found that I have a hard time getting the regular size bobby pins in my hair when it's curly and wet. So I found these at Forever 21, and as you can see, it's that much longer than, you know, the regular one. You get 17 in a pack for $1. So that's what I'm going to be using. And this is the first time I'm going to be using the longer bobby pins. So I slicked this part back with the comb, and then I'm going to take the brush and I'm going to go over it once with the brush. Then I'm going to take my bobby pin and I'm going to put it in there. This is the hardest part of when I do my hair, is getting the bobby pin in there because it's so slippery. So now I'm going to go ahead and repeat that step. And I'm just going to smooth this part up like that. And I'm going to apply my next bobby pin. And usually by now, I will already have used like 3 bobby pins to do these 2 sections. But since I'm using these longer ones, it gets much more surface area. So I don't have to use as many bobby pins, and it's easier for me to get my hair up. And when I do this hairstyle, I kind of have to decide, like, how do I want it to go? Like, do I want it to go like that and then come down? It's kind of tricky. So this is how I want it to go, is like kind of like that. So it's kind of at an angle. I don't think the long bobby pin is going to work at the angle. Okay, so this is the hairstyle. And now that I have it how I want it, I'm just going to pat it a little bit so that it dries nice and round. Alright, and then I'm going to wipe off my hands one more time. And this is the box that I keep my bobby pins in. So I'm just going to close that now because I'm done with it. And I have the olive oil edge control. I like to put this on my hair while it's still wet. If you put it on the hair that's wet, usually it won't slick down. Like, it'll just get stuck on your finger. So what I do is I try to dry it just a little bit with a towel. I just dab it. Okay? And then I go like this, rub it between my fingers, and then I apply it. So that when it dries nice and slick. And like right here, the water runs down the side of my face, so I have to dry that really good. Otherwise, it won't slick down either. So I'm just going to put some of that right there. And I'm going to put some up here. And when this dries, it'll look really pretty because you put the edge gel in it. And on this side, I'm just going to do this side burn right here. And I'm going to take this brush, I'm going to smooth it down. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Then I'm going to go over this lightly, just so it doesn't like pull it out of the bobby pin, but just straighten it up because it tends to curl up just a little bit while it's setting. And I do like to have my baby hairs down, so I'm going to take this on the thin side and I'm just going to comb a little bit down like that. Okay, and then just right here, I'm going to put a little bit of this edge control. Just a little bit, just for that baby hair, you know, so that it looks nice. Because I want this side to hang down. I want it to hang down and kind of cascade a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to, you know, smooth it a little bit. See that, how that looks? And I'm going to pat it. Because you want to make sure you don't get all this oil on your forehead or your skin will break out. So I always make sure that I wipe off any excess oil. And then I always have like a few little hairs that never want to stay in a bobby pin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take just a dab of this and I'm going to twist it. And that'll dry like that, just in a little curl. It's easier than me having to fight with it for not wanting to go in the bobby pin. So just give that a little twist. Okay, so this is how I style my hair. And so it's been 3.5 hours and my hair is almost dry all over. Right now it's mostly dry in the front because I was sitting in front of a fan, and mostly in the back area it's still a little bit damp near the roots. And I'm just going to go ahead and continue to let it air dry. I do have a blow dryer with a diffuser, but I usually just try to let it air dry so that I wind up keeping all of the moisture in my hair. So right now, this is how the front looks, and I'm just going to turn around really quick so you can see the back. This is the side, and this is the back. And right now, there's only a few spots that might have like a little bit of white where the conditioner hasn't dried. But this is the hairstyle that I've done today. Generally, I do my hair the same way every day, but maybe the style might be different. So if you guys like the hairstyle that I did, or you want to see more hairstyles for how I style, you know, my TWA, then go ahead and leave me your comments below. If you like the video, you know, you can go ahead and rate it or subscribe if you like. And thank you for watching the video, and enjoy the rest of your day.